Peace, love, and light. This message is for Scorpios. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you're living in your greatest purpose. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Thank you to all who have booked personal readings. Personal readings are being offered at this time. All information can be found in the community tab as well as the description box. Let's get into your messages. I'm hearing something about your third eye chakra as well as your throat chakra. There's some major energies showing up surrounding your third eye chakra, especially like what you see spiritually, what you're able to like predict, intuit, like your intuition is becoming a lot stronger is what I'm hearing. So something very significant, some significant developments are showing up regarding your third eye chakra. Okay, let's see what else is showing up. Queen of Swords is showing up. Perhaps this is why you're able to like foresee certain things. I'm seeing like your gift of sight. Possibly some of you have the gift of clairvoyance. You're able to see like further into the future. And I'm seeing that many of you, it's not like you didn't have this gift. And I'm seeing now that it's a bit more strategic. Perhaps you use it more, like you tap into it more. I'm seeing the words queen. I'm seeing the words remember. Perhaps this is something that you are remembering that's allowing you to use your abilities. I'm also seeing that many of you are actually like using your gifts. Like you've had these gifts and you may not have tapped into them. You are honed in. You acknowledge your gifts. And some of you could also be doing some major like spiritual work to make this happen. As we speak, check this out. The Hierophant shows up. So tell me about this message. I also see the King of Cups showing up. This is like tuning in or tapping into emotional intelligence. Okay, High Priestess. I'm seeing also that you're connecting to your higher self. Definitely High Priestess energy. Oh, check it. Check. Look who flew out. Something significant about this Emperor energy as well. Seven of Cups and Two of Swords. There you are. The death and rebirth energy. It's almost like with this death and rebirth showing up, it's almost like this energy of like a spiritual rebirth. Like you could be going through major like spiritual rebirth. Closing out cycles, moving away from all energies that are not serving your highest good. You're doing the work. I'm seeing that you're doing the work. You may be doing the work spiritually, you may be doing the work creatively, physically, like whatever it is that is taking for you to hone into your gifts, to hone into your abilities. I'm seeing that many of you are doing the work, and this is why the death and rebirth is showing up. Like, you are doing the work to release what doesn't serve you in order for you to now manifest the things that are serving of your highest purpose. This is what it means to go through death and rebirth, and you're learning what it means to go through death and rebirth. And it's like you're learning it. It's not that you've never learned it. I'm seeing that it's a new level to this thing that you're learning. You're learning new levels to this thing. You're learning how to play the game. I'm hearing, whatever that means. Tell me about the High Priestess. However it is that you've gotten here, you've definitely put in some work. Okay, you've put in some work. You've shown a great sense of resilience. Like, you are not someone to back down from a challenge. And I'm seeing that you faced a lot of like physical, spiritual, as well as emotional challenges. And what seemed to have always gotten you through is your sense of intuition. Listening to your inner self, your higher self, has always managed to get you through. It's managed to help you to learn the lessons, because the thing is, it's like a lot of us go through these moments. We have the challenges, and yet we don't necessarily learn the lessons that allows us to transmute, transform, right? Like this Magician, and then the death and rebirth card. It's like a lot of people go through these cycles where they experience the death of something, the giving up of something, the releasing of something, yet they don't always learn the lesson. And this is what makes you this High Priestess here. And this is also what's allowing you to experience a rebirth, right? Like, you're learning your lesson. And the fact that the Queen of Swords showed up initially, it's the first thing that showed up, which is an indication like you are someone that's been through some stuff. Like, if there's someone that's been through things, it's this Queen of Swords. Like, she knows about like past challenges and things that can essentially cripple you. I'm seeing the words cripple. Like, there are people who have been crippled by this. And what is this? The very things that a lot of people have been crippled by is what's making you transform, transmute, and experience this rebirth that is showing up here. So this is, again, physical, spiritual, as well as mental. So this physically, this can mean that like you're taking care of yourself. You're doing what is necessary to take care of your health. Emotionally, I'm seeing that like you're not allowing just anyone in your space. Like, you have boundaries, you have limits when it comes to people. Like, you've experienced some things where you know how to create boundaries for yourself, healthy boundaries. And spiritually, you're just doing the work. You're connecting with spirit. You may be journaling more, just being very conscious of your connection to your spirit guides. Yeah, that's definitely you. Tell me about the High Priestess and the Nine of Wands. High Priestess and Nine of Wands. Okay, so some of you, like, I'm seeing that you may have also dealt with some childhood trauma, possibly some childhood stuff that stuff that you were dealing with that may go as far back as like your childhood. So there are some things that are being brought up in your energy for you to deal with them, and it's like a clearing that's taking place with this Nine of Wands here. Like, it's showing these issues, whatever it is that could be showing up that you've been addressing. You know, there were some things that were challenging that may have actually taken you years, and there may still be remnants and things that you're working on as far as that, yet you're addressing some of the main concerns. It's you know, that shadow work. Some of you are doing the work, and this is what is allowing you to transform your energy. And move forward. And in regards to moving forward, for some of you, this is tied to a lot of different things. So it's like I'm seeing your guide showing you an energy of like the death part, like the part that you had to release, the part that you had to let go of, the part that you had to remove, okay? And some of you are still removing, yet I'm seeing it's like the work is being done. And your guides are also working with you. So you know you're not alone here as this high priestess. And the things that you are manifesting has to do with what you are releasing, okay? Some of you could be releasing generational patterns of lack, like a certain mentality regarding financial wealth, or perhaps not having known the power that you have to manifest, you know, this financial abundance. Like, some of you are really, you know, in this rebirth process, you're tuning into and tapping into like your ability as this magician. And it's interesting the magician shows up in your reading, because we were just saying in the previous video about how the magician embodies like the death and rebirth energy. The magician is the number 1, which is the number for beginnings. This is rebirth. Okay. And you see, it's like the magician is able to transmute, because the magician has the willpower to begin as many times as necessary in order for him or her to manifest light, is what I'm hearing. For them to overcome obstacles, okay, that's part of the death. So this is what you had to give up, release. Some of you had to release this energy of feeling like you had to control everything. You needed to be in control of everything. And there are some major lessons you're learning from that. You're leaving some of those energies behind, and this is that significant death part, the release of those energies, giving up control, giving up certain like patterns, behavior patterns, emotional patterns. So you're tuning into this magician energy, which in essence is very, very tied to, very closely tied to the death and rebirth. Because if anyone knows how to begin things, like the magician is a master manifester. So tell me about this Page of Cups. Yeah, I'm seeing this Page of Cups is alluding to your ability to vibrate higher. It's like you have a stronger connection. I also feel like in order for you to get to that rebirth process, vibrate higher, there's a certain level of like grounding that is necessary. Like some of you could have felt like, you know, you couldn't ground yourself. Perhaps feeling like you didn't have a sense of control, or perhaps you didn't know how to attain that sense of control. Tell me about the Emperor. So with this Emperor, this is that rebirth. So some of you are going to be able to transmute into this energy of being this spiritual boss, okay, having the finances to back it up. It's like you're going to be in this energy of not having just learned your spiritual lessons. Your material possession, your earthly abundance, all of that is going to reflect you having learned some major lesson. You haven't learned some major lesson for you to then move forward to like a new cycle. And whatever new cycle is showing up, it's showing up with like a lot of strength spiritually. I'm also seeing there's going to be a lot of, I'm seeing a lot of crown chakra activity. Like you've learned a lot. This is about your knowledge. And this is partly why you're showing up as this Emperor. So you are going to be abundant spiritually, as well as in material abundance. See, this is some new cycle that's showing up, that's also going to show up with a lot of different options for you, whether this is spiritually, physically. And there are some energies of restrictions that you may still periodically deal with, like, because I'm seeing that like you closed out cycles, yet there's still a lot of aspects of those that of those cycles that will show up periodically. And the main thing is that like you've done the work, you're showing progress, you're not the same. Your misunderstanding or whatever it is that you didn't see or didn't know before, that's not the case, because you were stuck at some sort of crossroad that you have now released because of the work that you are doing or that you've done. Death and rebirth. Tell me more about this. Oh, okay. That's why this had to come first. So I'm also seeing that you are entering a new cycle where like this rebirth, this is like a new you. You're going to be able to detect your enemies a lot easier because of some experience that you had. Like it's like you had to go through a major tower moment, for you to get here. You had to experience something major. You had to experience this to get here. Yet you're going to be able to detect your enemies a lot easier. Like people that come to you, pretending, masquerading, like this is all part of this like upgrade that's showing up for you. Like, and it's like, you've ever heard of the term new cycle, new deceitful people, or whatever it is that saying is. Well, I'm seeing that whatever cycle is showing up for you, new cycle is showing up for you, your third eye chakra, and this is what I was getting about this third eye chakra. Your third eye chakra, because of having been through like transformation, have been transformed, because of the work that you've put in, you'll be able to detect certain energies that come towards you. And being able to deal with this too is going to just help you and allow this cycle to move even easier. And I'm also seeing that there are choices that are going to be easier for you as a result of being able to detect those who are for you as opposed to those who are working against you. And this is you're still working, you know, in this Queen of Swords energy, and it may be that you're going to transmute and now adopt another queen. This is why perhaps I was hearing the word queen. Perhaps you're going to adopt multiple queen energy and see the third eye chakra showing up again. So this new cycle is looking very interesting for you. Here you are. Okay. So you're still, you know, very much, I'm seeing that a lot of your energy is going to be, you know, in this Queen of Swords energy. And there are a lot of new skills that you've added to your repertoire, if you will, that will allow this rebirth to be like a powerful experience for you. You're going to be able to, you know, maintain control of you physically, mentally, and spiritually. See that? New cycle. That's what it is. Death and rebirth. Let's use the... Oh, and check this out. Jumbi Mask. This is the... If I'm not mistaken, this is the Tower card. No, it might not be. Let me see that. Because the numbers may not... Yeah, this is the Death and Rebirth card. Oh, that's interesting. And in here, this kind of looks like the Tower card. Total disruption. It's like whatever you thought you knew is being transformed and transmuted in order for you to go through this rebirth. It's like a new you that's going to be born. And the declaration is, I'm completely open to the sacred magic of change. That's what this is about. It says, fear of change and fear of death are two huge fears of those who walk before. Your ancestors are calling on you to release fear and rise as yourself with all the lessons from the past in your heart. See? So, yeah, let me reread that because that was powerful. Your ancestors are calling on you to release fear and rise as yourself with all the lessons from the past in your heart. Okay, so again, the past has taught you some things, and what is happening now is like you're going through your rebirth process, and it's like it's time for you to show and prove what you've learned in this new cycle coming up. That's the message. If this message resonates, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, love, peace, divine light.